One day, they kill your cousin Miguel, the same one who recruited you. He shows up on a highway with a message you don't need to read because you already know who did it and why. It was the rival group. Or it was your own group because Miguel was skimming. Or it was the government. Or it was someone who simply could. In this world, the reasons are interchangeable. The result is always the same. A body that someone loved turned into a criminal press release. Your aunt can't even claim the body without putting herself at risk. The funeral is quiet, fast, more fear than tears. You don't go. Not because you don't want to, because you can't. Because going means showing association, and showing association means becoming the next press release. You think about getting out. At 20, after 4 years, you consider that maybe there's another way. But the math doesn't work. You know too much. You've done too much. Your face is on security cameras in at least 6 cities. There are files with your description in some government office somewhere. And worst of all, there are people inside the organization who see you as an investment. They trained you. They fed you. They armed you. Leaving means stealing their investment back. And they collect debts in ways that don't show up on bank statements. You see 3 options. The first, keep going until the statistics catch up with you. Bullet, prison, or overdose. Choose your adventure, but all the roads end the same way. The second, try to negotiate an exit. Retire for health reasons. Disappear to some ranch. Live quietly. It works sometimes. It works until it doesn't. Until someone new takes command and doesn't honor the previous agreements. Until a protected witness mentions your name. Until the administration changes and they need a high-profile case. The third, cooperate with authorities. Witness protection. New name. New city. But that requires trusting a government that has historically proven to be about as reliable as the people hunting you. Besides, protected witnesses in this country have the life expectancy of ice cream in July. You choose the first. Not because it's the best, because it requires the fewest decisions, existential inertia. You keep going because stopping takes energy you don't have. You keep going because your identity has already fused with this. You no longer know who you are without the gun, without the truck, without the adrenaline. The only thing that still makes you feel something close to alive. You're 21. You look 35. Your eyes have that look that movies try to recreate and never can. The look of someone who has watched people die and has caused people to die, and lives with both things inside the same head without being able to talk about either one. You have no civilian friends, no girlfriend, no hobbies. You no future in any plannable sense of the word. You have a perpetual present that consists of waiting for the next call, the next order, the next night that might be the last one. Your mom got sick. She needs an operation that costs the equivalent of 10 grand. You have it. In cash. In a backpack. But you can't pay a private hospital with bills without someone asking questions, so you pay through intermediaries. Your mom has the surgery. It goes well. She thanks you through tears. My son, my rock. She doesn't know that the money that paid for her surgery is the same money you earned for doing something she wouldn't survive knowing about. The irony is so cruel, you can't even appreciate it. You just feel it as extra weight on a body that's already carrying too much. The end doesn't come with drama. No epic chase scene. No cinematic shootout. It arrives on a Tuesday at 4 p.m. at a red light while you're eating a corn on the cob. A truck pulls up alongside you. It's not a rival. It's your own people. Or former people. Or people who received an order from people who used to be your people. Loyalties in this business have the durability of a stick of gum. You see the barrels. You think about your mom. You think about how you never told her the truth. You think about how you're 21 years old and that should be enough for a life, but it isn't. They don't kill you. They wound you. 2 shots in the torso. You survive because the vest absorbed the worst of it. You wake up in a house you don't recognize, being treated by a doctor who isn't a doctor, but a veterinarian, because doctors ask questions and vets stitch up flesh without judging the species. Or it takes you 3 weeks to be able to walk. Nobody explains why they shot you. Nobody tells you if it was a mistake, a warning, or a real attempt. You live with the ambiguity the way you live with a chronic illness, knowing it's there, unable to do anything about it. You retire at 22. With your body destroyed, your mind fractured, and the equivalent of 20 grand buried somewhere in a lot you might not be able to find anymore. You move to another city. You use another name. You work at a car wash. You make about $125 a week. You live in a room. You eat badly again. The cycle completed itself. You started poor, you got rich in the worst way possible, and now you're poor again, but with nightmares that ordinary poor people don't have. You can't go to therapy. What do you tell the psychologist? How do you even start that conversation? Who do you tell? You carry everything in silence. Every night, every face, every sound. The human brain wasn't designed to store what you store, but there it is. All of it, in high definition. Surround sound, on a loop every time you close your eyes. You're 22 years old and you've already lived 3 lives. None of them was the one you chose. The first was imposed on you by poverty. The second was sold to you by crime. The third was handed to you by the luck of surviving. Now you wash cars. You clean interiors. You vacuum floor mats. And every time a customer leaves you a couple of bucks as a tip, you think about what your time was worth 2 years ago. You think about what you did to earn it. And you wash another car, because washing cars doesn't kill anyone. And that, in your new value system, ought is enough. This is what you are, a statistic that survived, collateral damage that walks, a product of a system that failed you before you failed the system. And the worst part isn't what you did. The worst part is that there are thousands like you, right now, in neighborhoods without names, with empty stomachs, with cousins who drive new Silverados, with offers of 15 grand a week. The machine doesn't stop, it just swaps out the parts. You were a part. Now you're a memory the machine has already forgotten, but you can't forget. That's your sentence, the perfect memory of a life you wish you hadn't lived. And one more car to wash before the shift ends.